This is Vaquero News.
Welcome back, Vaqueros. This is Samantha Garza coming to you live from Edinburgh. Today is April 27, 2020, and the time is 9 a.m. Hidalgo County confirmed 308 cases of the novel coronavirus and a total of 4 deaths, and 135 people have been released from isolation. However, Cameron County confirmed 318 cases and have 14 reported deaths, reporting 153 people recovered. The UT Health RGV opened another testing site in the valley. Hector Tamez gives you the details.
UT Health Rio Grande Valley opened their third testing center at the Mercedes Family Health Center. Senior Director of Clinical Operations Linda Nelson explains why they opened a new testing center in Mercedes.
We chose Mercedes because there was nothing in the Mid-Valley, and we've had people come to Brownsville from Edinburgh, and we'd like people not to have to travel.
The first 2 locations for COVID-19 testing are at the Edinburgh and Brownsville campuses. Nelson adds on by saying that there will be a 4th location opening tomorrow.
On Tuesday, we will be opening in Harlingen.
Nelson says that the testing centers see over 100 patients a day for COVID-19 testing. Nelson confirms that due to the new testing center in Mercedes, they have been receiving enough lab equipment to test around 600 people a day.
We are getting some new lab equipment that will give us the capacity of doing 600 a day.
English senior Miranda Vick shares her thoughts about testing centers being more accessible.
I think it's great that it's more accessible. It gives people who are living at home, who are living, in other cities, access to these testing that's really important.
To schedule an appointment for COVID-19 test, call UT Health Rio Grande Valley at 1-833-8874-863 or visit the website uthealthrgv.org. This is Hector Tamez for Vaquero News.
UTRGV is set to receive $34 million for COVID-19 aid. Victor Rivero reports.
UTRGV will receive $34 million in financial support from the U.S. Department of Education, according to an announcement by the Office of the President's website. The U.S. Department of Education's website states that Congress will aid $14 billion through the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act to support institutions of higher education. Their website states the purpose of the CARES Act is to provide resources and flexibility for students during these challenging times through a Higher Education Emergency Relief Fund. Associate Vice President for the University Marketing and Communication, Patrick Gonzalez, says UTRGV has 2 main goals during this health crisis.
UTRGV is really focused on 2 main goals for our students during this current health crisis. The first one is safety. We want to make sure that our students are safe. And the second is success. So we want our students to continue being successful.
The Higher Education Emergency Relief Fund includes guidelines posted on their website regarding the administration of the fund. Examples are to focus 50% on providing emergency financial aid for students while restricting its use to buy technology hardware and for salary use to student employees. As for UTRGV's plan, their website states that the university will be directing roughly 3/4 of these funds to directly support students. The other quarter will be distributed to infrastructure needs and to the UTRGV School of Medicine to support some of the costs of the pandemic. Chemistry freshman Mario Perez says the university has always supported their students.
I feel really supported to provide us with financial support, and especially during these hard times, the university has always supported their students.
UTRGV website states that the summer relief program is an example of how the university will use the CARES Act funding. Gonzalez says UTRGV is waiting to receive the funds.
We haven't received the funds yet. You have to apply for them, and our application was submitted, and we're just waiting to receive those funds.
With the CARES Act allowing more students to receive financial aid, UTRGV states that they are expecting an increase in student enrollment. For Vaquero News, this is Victor Rivero.
During these trying times, the Valley shows unity between cities. Hector Tamez reports on a special act of kindness done by police departments.
Last week, Rio Grande's police departments delivered food from the food bank of the Rio Grande Valley Incorporated to families in need to enforce social distancing. Public Information Officer Ariel Benedict says that the food bank of Rio Grande Valley already had their own statistics of the neediest families in the RGV. Benedict clarifies what they mean by neediest families.
They chose the families who had physical disabilities or impairments, or even families that have members who are mentally disabled.
Benedict adds on that the food bank gathered their statistics of how many of those families are in each city. They then called police departments in the RGV to ask if they could help deliver the food. Benedict says that on the day of delivery, the chief of police and police officers met at the food bank, then delivered the food to each family.
The police chiefs and officers met at the food bank and picked up the food, and they delivered all of the food.
Benedict explains what kind of food was delivered.
Basic essentials like cereals, milks, orange juice, canned goods, and boxed goods.
Mass communication freshman Amparo Villanueva recommends for families in need to seek out help from the food bank.
I really do recommend it. They're providing food to the family that really needs it during this COVID-19 pandemic.
For more information, call 956-8228-101 or visit their website, foodbankrgv.com. This is Hector Tamez for Vaquero News.
And with finals starting this Friday, Hector Rivero tells you about UTRGV's Learning Center.
The Learning Center now offers UTRGV students free academic assistance online for many of the core courses from freshman to graduate year. As of March 23rd, the Learning Center transitioned its services online using programs like Blackboard, Collaborate, or Zoom for student-tutor interaction. Their website states the services they continue to provide are tutoring, supplemental instruction, peer-led team learning, BMET, and ACE program coaching sessions. Math and Science Learning Specialist for the Learning Center, Laura George Grayson, says the Learning Center is adaptable for the students' needs.
So it really is quite adaptable to what the student has the capability for and the way they feel comfortable working with the tutors.
The tutoring service, as stated in their website, works through a first-come and first-served basis. Grayson says if a specific course is not covered by the learning service, students can feel free to join a similar course tutoring session and ask tutors if they are comfortable covering that topic. Viola Jr. Carmen Flores says the Learning Center provides effective and extensive services.
I think they provide effective and extensive services for all students, for a good majority of the day.
The hours for the tutoring service are Monday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Friday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Grayson says that one common misconception about the Learning Center is that tutors will do your homework for the students rather than assisting.
Well, some of the common misconceptions are that if students have a problem with, say, on their homework, that the tutors are going to be able to do it for them. The goal of tutoring is to help our students become independent learners.
For more information on the Learning Center, visit utrgv.edu/tutoring. This is Victor Rivero for Vaquero News.
This weekend marked the dates in which UTRGV's class of 2020 would have walked across the stage and stepped into the real world. However, last month, due to the new coronavirus, the UT system postponed all commencement ceremonies for the spring semester. Although there is no presential ceremony, graduating students are continuing some of UTRGV's traditions. Associate Vice President for University and Marketing and Communications, Patrick Gonzalez, explains one of UTRGV's biggest graduation traditions.
The memory stole gets presented to the person that really helped the student or supported the student through their academic journey.
Gonzalez says that decorating caps is also a tradition within Vaqueros. Psychology senior Isamar Rivas says she will decorate her graduation cap to honor her late grandparents.
I am actually going to decorate my cap with something for them. I'm going to write something for them on my cap and put a picture of both of my grandparents in there.
The first-generation senior says she will celebrate with a cookout with her immediate family, since they live in the same household. On the other hand, biomedical senior Samantha Garcia says she will more likely celebrate via a Zoom meeting.
I don't live with my mom at the moment. Probably looking into a Zoom celebration with all my family. We have to work with what we have.
Garcia decorated her cap at home with Rosie the Riveteer with the Vaqueros logo on the collar. She explains what the cap means to her.
To me, my cap is what the overall summary of my UTRGV career.
Gonzalez says that graduating students should still celebrate their academic achievement.
This achievement is no less celebrated just because we don't have a commencement. We still feel that they have been adequately trained to go out into the real world and really make a difference.
From all of us at Vaquero Radio, congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. For Vaquero News, this is Samantha Garza.
And now, Vaquero Sports.
Luis Rubio gives you a summary on the National Football League's 2020 draft.
On Thursday, the NFL held the 2020 draft, which saw a total of 255 players get selected to 32 different NFL teams. Due to COVID-19, the draft was held in an exclusive virtual format that saw Commissioner Roger Goodell announcing picks from his basement and players celebrating the occasion inside their homes. LSU quarterback Joe Burrow was selected number 1 overall by the Cincinnati Bengals. The selection marks the 3rd year in a row where a quarterback gets selected with the number 1 pick, the previous 2 being Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield. The Miami Dolphins selected Tua Tagovailoa with the 5th overall pick out of Alabama. Before suffering a season-ending hip injury in college, Tagovailoa was considered by experts to be the best quarterback in the draft. Yet, after the injury, Tagovailoa dropped to the number 5 selection, where Miami hopes Tagovailoa can stay healthy and be their quarterback of the future. The Dallas Cowboys held the 18th pick and selected wide receiver CeeDee Lamb out of the University of Oklahoma. Lamb was considered by experts to be the best wide receiver in the 2020 NFL Draft and was projected to go as high as 9th in experts' mock drafts. Lamb will be joining a receiving corps with Michael Gallup and Pro Bowler Amari Cooper in Dallas. The Green Bay Packers selected quarterback Jordan Love out of Utah State University with the 26th overall pick. Love will be going to the Packers and playing behind 2011 and 2014 MVP quarterback Aaron Rodgers. The Packers will be looking to build towards the future with Love. The Houston Texans did not have a selection in the first round. Their first selection came at the 40th pick in the second round when they selected defensive tackle Ross Blacklock out of TCU. The selection comes after Houston lost defensive tackle DJ Reader to the Cincinnati Bengals in free agency earlier this year. For Vaquero Radio, I'm Lou Shubra.
For today's weather report. Alright, Vaqueros, after a very sunny weekend, we will have a partly cloudy sky this morning in Edinburgh. Today's high is 90 degrees and in the upper 70s once that sun goes down. And in Brownsville, you should see cloudier skies with a high of 88 and a low of 79 later tonight. There is no chance of rain today, but we might see some scattered showers going on throughout the week. That's all for your weather report, Vaqueros.
And now, for the latest events on campus.
The UTRGV Office of Professional Education and Workforce Development, in collaboration with the BSM, is now offering fresh produce for pickup every Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the University Recreation Center and the Brownsville Research Community Garden. All are encouraged to observe proper social distancing guidelines and follow the county guidelines during the pickup. For more information, email pewoffice@utrgv.edu or call 956-665-6513. The Office of Student Success is now taking evaluations for the Spring 2020 semester course. As a reminder, all evaluations for these courses are due by April 29th at 11:59 p.m. All recorded submissions are anonymous and cannot be traced back. For all technical issues regarding the submissions of the feedback, call the IT Help Desk at 956-665-2020 or email them at itservicedesk@utrgv.edu. UTRGV School of Medicine through UT Health will be testing for the COVID-19 virus at 3 testing sites across the UTRGV system, including the UTRGV Brownsville campus, the Edinburgh campus, and the newly announced Mercedes UT Health testing site. The drive-through testing sites are available currently by appointment only for those who qualify after a mandatory telephone screening. Visit utrgv.org/coronavirus for more information on the COVID-19 virus, or call 1-833-UTRGV-MED. That's 1-833-UTRGV-MED.
And that's it for today's newscast. Vaquero Radio would like to thank all of the medical, grocery, and transportation teams for their hard work during these trying times. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next Monday for our last newscast of the semester.